My personal journey started when I was 16, when I was diagnosed with diabetes, type 2 hyperglycemic. So I had high blood sugar. And I got so sick that for like after 2 years, I was like in and out of hospitals by the time I was 18. And I remember getting out of the hospital one day and I was emaciated. I had patches on my arm from the IVs. And a stranger walked up to me in the grocery store and started telling me about like eating raw foods and fruits and vegetables. And it was clear that he was trying to be kind and help me because I did not look good. And his name was John Rose. He's awesome.
I
Some
know
people,
him. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
he's just one of my best friends in the whole world. I love him. Anyway, so he started talking to me, and I thought he was so bizarre when I first met him. I mean, but imagine having met John Rose when you were 18, like 13 years ago in a grocery store, me being like I don't know, teenage girl. Like, I wasn't sure what to expect. Plus, being Lebanese and Ecuadorian, I never grew up eating fruits and vegetables. It was just like Lebanese Ecuadorian food, which is basically like fried everything in olive oil, chicken, beans, and rice, right? So, yeah, he started telling me about like eating fruits and vegetables. And hi, my name is John
Yeah,
Rose, and I
yeah.
eat and I do my juicing. And blah, blah, blah. I
Yeah.
was like, um,
I love
I
that
took
dude.
his card because I was interested, but I ended up, going back into the hospital that night. And when I got out, I actually called him 3 days later. I was like, I have hit rock bottom and I'm only 18 years old. And if this is what the rest of my life is going to be like, then I don't want to live it because I can't imagine being sick for the rest of my life. Um, and his response to me immediately after that was, do you squat when you poop? And I was like, what? I just, wait, what?
I'm just calling you because I need a friend.
I
Yeah,
didn't. I
yeah.
just, no, but he was like, you know what? I can help you. And, he met me at the grocery store every day that week and we just talked and he started educating me about like what I was eating and why that wasn't good for me and how this just beginning to eat more fruits and vegetables can change my life. But me being the very intense person that I am, I was like, well, I'm either going to do this all in or not at all. And so I jumped right in and I went into being a fruitarian essentially for one night and I just never went back. Like I went raw and one night never went back. I was 87 pounds at the time. I'm
Wow.
5'7".
Whoa.
And I walked out of that grocery store with 80 pounds of peaches. That lasted me for 3 days. 3 days. And it's funny because when I left the grocery store, everybody was like, are you starting a restaurant?
Peach
I was
cobbler?
like,
Yeah.
I'm not. But, from there, it was a learning journey about healing my body and how just eating fruits and vegetables in their natural state could completely transform my life. A year and a half later, I didn't have diabetes and I was healthy and thriving and so excited about this lifestyle and making huge changes in my life. I went to college and I was, the only person I knew in my dorm room who went through their whole college experience, just like eating bananas that they stored under their bed and not drinking, but just getting excited to live life and to feel healthy. Like that was the first time in my life that I had ever felt health or what
Mm.
health had felt like. And it was just like, I didn't care if I had friends. I didn't care about anything. I was just excited to experience that. And I ended up transferring colleges later, and then I started my organic co-op, which basically I started the largest chain of farmers markets in Texas my senior year of college at Rice, I believe, junior or senior year of college at Rice. And yeah, it ended up being the largest chain of farmers markets in Texas for over a decade. I just closed it down about a year ago. And we had over 53,000 members in Texas. And that was like my life for like a good decade, 11 years to be exact. And yeah, I just feel so passionately about sharing the message of, eating raw fruits and vegetables, eating local, eating organic, eating as many colors as possible. And Josh, you're all about detox dudes, right?
Mm.
Like showing different recipes, getting people to cleanse their body because that physical component is like the entry door, right, into everything else, which it's so funny for me because I thought the physical component was like as good as it got,
Mhm.
but I really now, having been doing this for almost 13 years, the physical component for me was just the surface level. It opened up so much more for the emotional healing. And then once it's like I broke through that, then it was like the spiritual aspect came through. And granted, we work on all three all the time, but that cleansing process really does begin with what you put in your body and like the food that you eat. And it's an awakening. It's like it literally is an awakening to a new life and a new part of yourself. And it's amazing to me because before I went raw, I would literally just dread getting up every day, whether it was to go to school or to like do something with my family. It was just like, oh, I gotta get up in the morning. I don't feel like it. This is awful. And now when I get up, I'm just like, birds are singing, like I couldn't wait to get up in the morning just to like make my smoothie, feel good, get in my workout, whole different enthusiasm for life that I had never been able to experience before.
Beautiful.